What do you want us to say, guys? What the hell do you want us to say here, guys, about Monday?
Is there any reason for me to get upset?
What did
Is there any reason for me to get upset?
Any reason for us to get upset? What the hell did we get last night?
There's no reason for me to get upset.
We got. Listen.
There's.
I want to say something right now. Guys, I
no
really
reason
do.
for me to be unhappy.
We got NXT Takeover Vengeance Day, correct? A damn near perfect takeover with Takeover Vengeance Day for NXT last Sunday night and all. But then we turn to Monday Night Raw the next night. And what the fuck did we get? What did we get? Miz TV with Drew McIntyre. I see more people changing the channel when Miz TV's fucking on the television. We got Miz taken out of the Chamber. Now, Miz in the Chamber, announced for the Chamber last week, made absolutely no sense whatsoever. Then, all of a sudden, a week after they announced it, they then now want to take him out when this could have been done 7 days ago. No one thought the previous week of, hey, man, hey, Vince, Miz in the Chamber doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't think Miz should be in this match realistically. They didn't think that a week ago, Huh?
No.
So Miz is taken out. Good. And Miz in the Chamber made absolutely no sense to begin with. We're going to talk more about that shortly. What else did we get? Bad Bunny winning the 24/7 title. Burn the 24/7 title. I don't know how many times Adam and I have to fucking say this. Burn the 24/7 title. It is fucking worthless. This wallet right here has a lot more value and a lot more prestige than that not the universe title. The universe title right now means the universe title now is important because of the tribal chief, obviously. But this wallet right here has a lot more value and a lot more prestige than the 24/7 title. Burn the fucking title. Burn that 24/7 piece of shit title. Where's Kane to come back to burn the 24/7 title? Yet there's Ryan Satan on Twitter saying, oh, Bad Bunny's a 24/7 champion. And if Bad Bunny's a 24/7 champion on Saturday Night Live, that's huge.
Huge.
Huge? Where is it huge, Mr. Satan? Where?
Let me see Bad Bunny or Bird Bunny show up on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, let me see Bad Bunny on Saturday Night Live as a 24/7 champion, and R-Truth invades the show and pins Bad Bunny and win the title back.
But you guys don't know that, man. Watch, it's coming. It is coming.
Because R-Truth always finds a way. Because R-Truth always finds a way to win the title back. I mean, he wins the title back anyway. He wins it. R-Truth wins the title back anyway. He wins it and then he loses it. He wins it back and then he loses it back.
Yeah.
It's rinse and repeat. Repeat.
Yet there's geeks on social media and on Twitter saying, oh, but it's WWE mainstream attention. They need the mainstream attention, man. It's mainstream attention when Bad Bunny is 24/7 champion and gives them that mainstream attention, man. Mainstream attention, my ass.
Well, I don't see that translate. Not translate. I don't see the ratings going up.
We don't see that translating to the Raw ratings, and apparently, oh, but Bad Bunny is a rapper on Raw television for the Raw ratings. It's working, man. Really? That ain't working. Look at the Raw ratings. They still are down.
Yeah, look what they're still at a 1.7.
And last week they went down to 1.715. Now, I know I didn't do the Raw review last week because I had some school stuff going on and going into Valentine's Day, which was last Sunday and all. But anyways, it's like you go down from the previous week from a 1.8 to a 1.715, and you have no issue with that. And it's during the road to WrestleMania season. You'd think the ratings would be above a 2.0. They still can't even get over a 2.0 million viewers. A 1.7. A 1.7.
That is embarrassing.
During road to WrestleMania season? Road to WrestleMania season.
That is pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic.
What else did we get? What else did we get? Lacey Evans being pregnant with this god-awful Charlotte Ric Flair storyline and all. Now, if Lacey Evans is legit pregnant, which I read reports Lacey Evans is legit pregnant, and if she is actually pregnant, I'm happy for Lacey Evans. But still, with that, you implement the pregnancy thing into the storyline. Come on, how to make the storyline with Charlotte and Lacey on Raw even more worse? And
that's what you do.
And Lacey Evans and Asuka was supposed to be at the Chamber this Sunday. Apparently, that's not happening anymore this Sunday because of Lacey Evans being pregnant right now. Who does Asuka now face at the Chamber Sunday? Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi. And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Naomi pin the champion Asuka on Raw a few weeks ago? Yeah. Didn't that happen a few weeks ago? Or did Bruce think we forgot?
I guess he think we forgot about that.
What else did we get? Braun Strowman back. Braun Strowman back, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! You know, I'm not sure if you guys notice right now or not, but Adam and I have got to tell you this right now, folks. It's such groundbreaking information. It's even bigger than Valentine's Day, dudes. It really, really is. Get your pens and pencils out and get your notepads out and all. There's an upcoming, it's a huge exam coming in a couple weeks, man. This groundbreaking piece of information is going to absolutely blow you away, man. Listen to this. Braun Strowman. Yes, Braun Strowman. Listen, guys. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman runs fast. Braun Strowman runs fast, man. And I mean, he runs extremely fast. He runs so fast. The Strowman Express runs really, really, really fast. I know. Adam and I are shocked, man. Adam and I are even shocked by this groundbreaking piece of information. Braun Strowman runs fast, man. He runs really, 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 really fucking fast.
But he couldn't run fast. But he couldn't run But he couldn't run fast for 2 months because the Strowman Express ran out of gas, and he injured his knee.
And not only did the Strowman Express completely run out of gas. I mean, the Strowman Express completely ran out of gas. Not only that, but the Strowman Express. You know what also happened to the Strowman Express? Flat tire.
Yeah.
Flat fucking tire. Completely blew out one of the tires. So much so that the Strowman Express couldn't operate for 2 months. But unfortunately, he's back now. Unfortunately, he is back.
And the show's about to get even worse.
Did anybody even miss Braun Strowman? I certainly didn't. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Of course you didn't.
Nope. Nobody even will.
What does he add to Monday Night Raw? In fact, he makes Monday Night Raw worse.
Yeah, because he's a train wreck in his own right.
Yeah. And please don't tell me it's going to be McIntyre and Strowman at Mania. God, I hope not.
I hope not. I hope not.
That is a fucking shit fest of a match. That match doesn't even scream WrestleMania. That match is not even good for WrestleMania. That match is not even good enough for fucking main event.
Yeah.
That match is a fucking shit fest of a match. That match is a total garbage match. That match would be a complete and utter shit fest. I don't want to see that at WrestleMania. I hope that's not the case at WrestleMania. I hope not. And
first of all,
during the show last night on Raw, Braun was backstage with Adam Pearce, right? He said, "Adam Pearce, I should be in the Chamber, the Raw WWE title Chamber match on Sunday night at the Chamber pay-per-view, because I'm a former world champion, and that match is former WWE champions, a former world champion. I'm a former world champion too." Huh?
Braun
Strowman's a former WWE champion. You mean a former Universal Champion, Mr. Strowman, with Braun Strowman himself being one of the worst world champions of all time outside of the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
So Braun Strowman, you know, and Braun Strowman, with him saying that last night on Raw, Braun Strowman, he must have the IQ of a fucking eraser at this point with what he said last night.
Yeah, he's already. Yeah, Braun Strowman. In his first appearance on Raw back.
What a dummy.
Yeah. Braun Strowman is back on Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman is back on Monday Night Raw, and on night one, he makes himself look stupid. Awesome.
Already.
So Monster Monk, when you got there, WWE? So Monster Monk, when you got there? Bruce, Dunn, Vince.
The three clowns.
You three idiots. You three idiots.
And then what else did we get? A six-man gauntlet that meant absolutely nothing. They had McIntyre mow through three guys, Jeff Hardy in the match, and AJ Styles and Orton. They made Orton look like a complete dumbass last night. And then you had Sheamus and McIntyre as the final two in the gauntlet last night on Raw. And guess what they did to Drew McIntyre? Lost clean to Sheamus in that gauntlet. And yet Sheamus is like, oh, McIntyre, I pinned you tonight, so I'm winning the WWE title at the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, sure you will, Sheamus. Sure you will.
Sure you will, Sheamus. Sure you will. You'll be doing anything in the chamber but winning the championship. He'll be in the final two, but he'll lose to Drew McIntyre as the final two men in the chamber match.
And what did this gauntlet match last night accomplish in the grand scheme of things last night on Raw, Adam? It accomplished absolutely nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
It accomplished nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And then it's like they take the Miz out, and then they have Kofi and Miz with, if Miz wins, Morrison's in. If Kofi wins, Kofi wins. Stupid. And you mean to tell me you can't do Kofi Kingston versus Mustafa Ali? Doesn't it make sense to have Ali versus Kofi? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, before it was before Elimination Chamber 2019, one of the matches on that show, the SmackDown Chamber match for the WWE title, Mustafa Ali was one of the participants, and before that pay-per-view, and before Elimination Chamber 2019 on SmackDown Live, didn't Randy Orton injure Mustafa Ali's eye? And then they had the gauntlet after that. Mustafa couldn't make the gauntlet in the chamber because he was hurt, and Orton injured Ali, and Ali got hurt. So Kofi took his place. And then they had Kofi with the gauntlet and Kofi Mania. But SmackDown in early 2019, and WrestleMania 35 leading to all that with the WWE title match with Bryan and Kofi, which was great. A great moment with Kofi winning the title. But
why couldn't they have done a qualifiers match between Kofi Kingston and Mustafa Ali?
And it would make sense of what happened a couple years ago because with Kofi's spot beating Bryan for the WWE title at WrestleMania 35, that was supposed to be Mustafa Ali. That was never supposed to be Kofi Kingston, and Kofi got lucky big time. That was supposed to be Mustafa Ali's spot if he did not get injured by Orton.
Yeah, so why couldn't they have done Mustafa Ali at Kofi, and Mustafa Ali could have won the match and get back at Kofi for 2 years ago?
And it would make sense. Or is that too logical for Bruce Pritchard?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's too logical. Yeah, I guess it's too logical for Brother Love. Brotherly clown. Bruce Pritchard.
But to make it in this business and to be in the WWE and to get to Vince, you gotta think, Vince, says Bruce. You know what that tells me, Bruce? That tells me, Bruce, that you're nothing but a fucking yes man to Vince, who's so afraid to say no to Vince McMahon. That's what that tells me.
Yeah.
That's what that tells me.
Vince McMahon to death. Yeah, Bruce Pritchard, a man who yeses Vince McMahon to death.
Yeah, and that's all Bruce does is yes Vince to death. Yes, 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 yes. When it should be no, 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 and hell fucking no.
Of course.
Literally. I'm in some mood today, man. So is Adam. I know he is too, but we might as well get started with the fucking Raw review. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014 and follow me on Facebook at Nicholas.Fiore.31. Follow Adam on Twitter at Carl Adam Johnson over on Twitter. Go follow Adam on there and hit that like button in this video. Hit the subscribe button as well. Turn that bell for all notifications so you guys are notified whenever I'm uploading from the channel onto YouTube.com publicly. So subscribe to the Furious Nation YouTube channel. Will be greatly appreciated. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Subscribe to the Furious Nation YouTube channel. Turn that bell for all notifications. And if you haven't hit that, if that like button, if you're not hit it already, hit that like button right now. Smash that like button. Superman punch that like button. Super kick that like button. Hit that like button for this very video. It'll be greatly appreciated. And Monday Night Raw last night starts off with Miz TV. Yes, Miz TV with the Miz and Drew McIntyre. How to make people change the channel right off the bat with Monday Night Raw starting last night. Miz TV. How to get people to change the channel? You put on Miz TV.
Again, Miz TV again.
How many times now has this started Monday Night Raw for weeks now? How many times?
I lost count. And by the way, there was no John Morrison wasn't on the show tonight. Or last night, rather. He wasn't on the show.
Yeah, he wasn't on the show last night at all. Yeah, the Miz wrestles Kofi last night, and we can't get Morrison versus Kofi.
That is embarrassing.
It's stupid. Miz wins, Morrison qualifies for the chamber. If Kofi wins, Kofi wins. You know how lame and uncreative that sounds?
Well, this is what Kevin Dunn and Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon do on a Monday night during Raw. They are lazy.
Unfucking real.
They can't write good television on Raw to save their lives.
Nope. Like, how many years has Bruce now been in this business, and he still continues to be a clueless hack?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. So Miz TV starts Raw last night. Miz is in the ring. He welcomes everyone to Miz TV. He welcomes his guest, Drew McIntyre. Then Miz starts to ask Drew McIntyre if he can call him Andy. Miz then says that he apologizes for John Morrison being absent that last night. He says Morrison is working with a top producer to finish a diss track for Bad Bunny. Miz then notes that McIntyre's won a lot of big matches against Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, etc., Randy Orton and all. But Miz then said that this Sunday he faces multiple former world champions inside the Elimination Chamber. Miz then says McIntyre's path to WrestleMania is no in doubt due to the odds. McIntyre then tries to speak, but Miz cuts him off, and then recounts the series of events that led to Sheamus turning his back on McIntyre. Where last week, like a few weeks ago, when Sheamus turned on McIntyre, then the last week on Raw, McIntyre's interviewed, and they have him come out acting like a little fairy tale pussy. Like, this is your WWE champion. You should not. Yeah. McIntyre should not be booked like that. Like what am I watching? Oh, Sheamus, 20 years. Sheamus friends for 20 years. He turned his back on me. 2 decades of friendship with Sheamus, and he stabs me in the back.
This is your WWE champion. No world champion in the world should be crying.
No. Did you ever see Stone Cold Steve Austin cry when he was WWE champion?
No.
Did you ever see The Rock when he was WWE? Did you ever see The Rock cry as WWE champion? No. Mick Foley? No.
No.
Undertaker? Hell no. Brock Lesnar? No. Definitely not Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar never cries.
No. Never. And if he did, we'd shit all over it.
Yeah. He never cries when he's a world champion.
And then McIntyre tries to speak again, but the Miz again cuts him off and says he would be furious if WWE management took away his chance to get his hands on his former best friend Sheamus. McIntyre then has the mic and he tells Miz if he interrupts him one more time, he's gonna kick his ass. McIntyre then tries to speak and then right on cue, Miz interrupts yet again. McIntyre after this then obliterates the Miz with the Glasgow kiss. And then McIntyre after this, he leaves the ring. Or no, he heaves the Money in the Bank briefcase all the way to the stage again. Then McIntyre leaves. Then Miz struggles to his feet, and then Miz picks up the mic and he says McIntyre is feeling the pressure from the Elimination Chamber. Miz is not feeling any pressure. Miz is a master manipulator. Miz is a master manipulate and is in control. He can cash in at any point on either world champion. Miz then says he's going to be left standing in this ring as champion. Miz says Edge thinks he knows, but he doesn't. Miz announces that he's removing himself from the Elimination Chamber match. And that was it for the opening segment from last night's Monday Night Yawn, Monday Night Raw.
So Mr. Money in the Bank, he got there, and he's getting Glasgow kissed by Drew McIntyre. So Mr. Money in the Bank, he got there. So Mr. Money in the Bank, he got there in the Miz.
Yeah, but last night's opening segment, the Miz taken out. You know, Miz announced for the Chamber the previous week. That never made sense to begin with. They did the right thing by taking the Miz out, but why couldn't they do this the previous week?
Isn't he Mr. Money in the Bank? Is the Miz? Isn't he?
He
Mr.
has a
Money
guaranteed title opportunity with him as Mr. Money in the Bank alone. Why is he even in the fucking match to begin with? It makes zero sense. Oh, but he's a former but it's former WWE champions, man. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck?
Miz is Mr. Money in the Bank. He should not be in that match whatsoever.
Period.
When he already has a guaranteed title opportunity, so why is he even in the fucking Chamber match? Why? No one thought of that the previous week. No one thought the previous week, hey Vince, hey Don, hey Bruce, you know, Vince in this Elimination Chamber match doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't think The Miz should be in this match, and somebody else should be in this match, and not named The Miz. No one thought of that the previous week.
Did they forgot that The Miz is Mr. Money in the Bank? Did they forgot about that?
Fucking clowns writing this show, man. Absolute clowns writing this show. How come we book the show better than they do?
Yeah, The Miz, yes. He's Mr. Money in the Bank, by the way. I'm not sure if anybody realizes that.
And what if McIntyre's in the Chamber this Sunday, McIntyre's not losing that title. McIntyre is definitely not losing that title. And what if McIntyre retains the title of Chamber, which is definitely happening? What if that happens, which definitely happens? And what if after that match, Miz cashes in? At this point, I hope the Miz fails his cash in again. And he will.
Yeah. He will.
He will.
And then he'll have no excuse. And then after when he loses cleat to McIntyre, when he cashes in, then he'll have no excuse to win the briefcase back.
But the Miz will cash in successfully this time, man. Do you see the Miz as a guy? Do you honestly see the Miz as a guy to be WWE champ on Raw, to be the face of that brand going forward? Do you honestly envision any day of the week the Miz as a guy to carry a certain brand as a world champion? I don't.
Nope. The man is a joke. The guy cannot even beat Gran Metalik in a match.
And it's like, do you envision any day of the fucking week the Miz as a world champ to be the face of a brand or carry a show or be a legit champion? The answer is no. I don't at all. I don't.
The Miz cannot even beat Gran Metalik in a one-on-one match on Monday Night Raw.
And I think it was that last Raw of 2020, right? In 3 minutes via a roll-up, he lost to Gran Metalik clean in 3 minutes, clean via a roll-up.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The Miz will fail his cash in again, and I hope so, and he will. But formulaic open to Monday Night Raw. Good creativity you got there. Vince McMahon said nobody ever. How many times now has Miz TV opened Raw? How many times now? Formulaic fucking garbage to open Monday Night Raw.
Miz TV needs to die a million deaths.
Why do we even have talk shows to begin with? Oh, but you don't shit on Noam Dar sessions on NXT UK, man. You want to know why? Because Noam Dar is actually fucking entertaining. Noam Dar can actually fucking wrestle.
Yeah, The Miz.
The Miz? The King of Stock style, you mean? Some of the worst offense.
Yeah, the history of the business.
Awful. Absolutely awful. Moving on, though, we then get, after this Miz TV segment, we then get a 6-man tag, Matt Riddle and the Lucha House Party of Gran Metalik and Lince Dorado versus the Hurt Business of MVP, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin. Oh, great. More rinse and repeat on this goddamn show. 6-man tag here with Riddle and Matt Riddle versus Matt Riddle and Lucha House Party versus the Hurt Business. We've seen this how many times now already?
Awful.
Why?
Can this show get any worse?
6-man tag. How many times have we seen this now already with these 6 individuals? How many? Do I even need to go over this match? What happened? Matt Riddle wins after a floating bro on MVP. Matt Riddle and Lucha House Party win, as if anyone cares. And then after this match, Matt Riddle and Lucha House Party are celebrating on the ramp. Lashley blasts Riddle from behind. Lashley puts Riddle in the hurt lock. Riddle passes out. And then that was that. So, and now I like Matt Riddle, but it's like, you knew Lashley was going to attack you from behind, and it's like you pretend, oh, no, he's not going to attack you from behind. And what happened?
What an idiot.
Lashley
attacked
Riddle from behind and puts Riddle in the hurt lock and makes Riddle pass out to the hurt lock. Matt Riddle is a geek now on Raw, and I hate to say that. And it's not even his fault. Matt Riddle is now a geek on Raw.
Yeah, he was, and you know what he was talking about earlier before the match? He was talking about presidents of the United States.
I mean, last week, he was talking backstage on Raw with Keith Lee, talking about Air Bud and stuff, and then talking about Bronuts and pizza. Now this week, he's talking about presidents. But yesterday was President's Day, man. Matt Riddle should not be talking about presidents on a wrestling show.
No one should be talking about presidents on a pro wrestling show.
Talking about Abraham Lincoln and Theodore Roosevelt.
Who are these guys, number one?
Who books this show? I don't know what hell I'm even watching here. Seriously. This Matt Riddle would have never this would have never happened in NXT. Never.
You would have never seen this shit happen in NXT, but here it is happening on Monday Night Raw.
Unreal. I don't even know what to say anymore. Matt Riddle is buried on Raw. He is dead on this show. Dead. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And Matt Riddle, Bobby Lashley. Can we end it now already? Yeah, I know Keith Lee's involved, but can we end this already with Lashley and Riddle? End it. We all know it's gonna be Lashley and Keith Lee for the US title, with Keith Lee winning the US title. We all know that's coming.
Yeah. So Matt Riddle will be the one tapping out to the hard lock at Elimination Chamber.
And this Sunday at the Elimination Chamber, one of the matches is going to be a triple threat for the US title, Lashley versus Keith Lee versus Matt Riddle. Lashley is retaining, and guess who's eating the fall? Matt Riddle. Unbelievable. Then we go backstage. Miz is complaining to Adam Pearce about Drew McIntyre tossing the Money in the Bank briefcase. Blah, 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 blah. Miz then suggests that Morrison should take his place. He's telling Adam Pearce that Morrison, I suggest Morrison take my place at the Chamber on Sunday. Adam Pearce then says he will take it under consideration and advisement. Says he'll take it under consideration and advisement.
Well, I wish Bruce Pritchard would take some advices on how to write good television.
Yeah. But Adam Pearce says he'll take it under consideration and advisement.
Sure he will.
And then we go backstage. Mandy Rose is backstage talking to Bad Bunny. Catering, aka Dana Brooke, was not there. Good. She was too busy. Dana Brooke was in catering. She was too busy in catering, making good chocolate chip cookies for Titus Catering and Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, with Drew Gulak.
Dana Brooke makes excellent Rice Krispie cookies for Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, she was making cookies earlier today for Drew Gulak.
And I mean, Drew Gulak, he likes the peanut butter cookies, but raisins? No, sorry, Drew Gulak's allergic to raisins there, Tucker. Tucker, I'm putting you on cookie duty here. Humberto, no, he still thinks it's Taco Tuesday, you know. You know, Tucker, not only does he make good mac and cheese, he makes great mac and cheese casseroles, but Tucker's also an A+ chef for a cookie maker for Titus O'Neil and Titus Catering, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Tucker, he makes excellent. I heard last Sunday on Valentine's Day, Tucker made awesome, delicious heart-shaped cookies. Not just heart-shaped cupcakes, but excellent heart-shaped cookies, man. Nice red frosting on them. Just delicious, nice and moist. Baked in the oven for like 7-10 minutes. Really nice and chewy. Delicious, man. Absolutely delicious, you know. But yeah, that's where Dana Brooke was, still in catering, making more Rice Krispie cookies for Titus O'Neil.
Legitimately.
Yeah. And then
what did we get?
Then we got Mandy Rose backstage talk. So we got Mandy Rose backstage talking to Bad Bunny. Then Damian Priest walks in as Rose is then walking away. Priest then talks about the last few weeks since his Raw debut. He says he's now a part of Raw. He's now exclusive to Raw. And then in the background, we get Tozawa pinning R-Truth for the 24/7 title. What the fuck do you want me to say about this? Akira Tozawa.
He's buried on this show.
You have a talented guy in Tozawa, and you have him in this shit still?
Yeah, and why is he wearing still his Karate Kid Ninja outfit?
Why is he still with the ninjas, too?
Yeah, the ninjas, they aren't on Monday Night Raw. They aren't even on the show. So why is he still wearing his ridiculous outfit?
This 24/7 title bullshit, if you find this funny, there is something mentally wrong with you.
And then what happened to Akira Tozawa?
Tozawa then bumps into Priest. Priest then slammed Tozawa's head into a crate. Priest then tells Bad Bunny to take the pin, and Bunny, so then Bad Bunny hesitates, but he ends up pinning Tozawa. And after Tozawa beat R-Truth for the 24/7 title, then Bad Bunny wins the 24/7 title. Bad Bunny. Yeah, on Twitter, Ryan Satan is saying that if Ryan Satan's 24/7, that if Bad Bunny's 24/7 champion on Saturday Night Live, then that's a huge deal. Really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Mr. Satan?
Imagine.
How is it? How is it huge? Is it certainly helping the Raw ratings? I don't think so.
No. But man, imagine being Akira Tozawa, and you're still chasing the 24/7 title, and you're told to win the 24/7 title and lose it to Bad Bunny. Imagine. That is.
And Damian Priest didn't even want to do it. Who can blame him?
Yeah. In fact, why could Damian Priest win the 24/7 title and then he destroys the title?
Yeah, win the title. You know, that fire, live forever, the like Damian Priest NXT entrance with the fire and all. Take the 24/7 title and burn it in the fucking fire.
Yeah. Yeah, he might
either
as well.
That or bring Kane back to burn the 24/7 title. Where is Kane to burn the 24/7 title?
Is he still busy with Knox County? Running his city?
For Mayor Tennessee, Mr. Glenn Jacobs?
Yeah. Yeah, when is he going to be
Kane,
free?
The Big Red Machine?
Yeah, when is he going to be free to show up on Monday Night Raw? To win the 24/7 title and then burn it with Hellfire and Brimstone.
Yeah. The 24/7 title is not funny. It was never funny. Burn the fucking title. Burn the 24/7 title. Burn it.
Just end it. When you have Bad Bunny.
It was a joke since day one, the day it was introduced. When you have Titus O'Neil was the inaugural 24/7 champion.
Embarrassing.
Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about this. Like this 24/7 title bullshit. I don't even want to talk about it much anymore. That it's the title needs to the title needs to burn right to the fucking ground. Burn it. And Tozawa deserves better, man. He deserves so much better than this. Can we send him back to NXT, put him in the Cruiserweight division? Or if you're not going to do that, release him.
Yeah. Either send him back to NXT or fire him from his contract.
Have him go to AEW,
right now I'm on
or have him go to Ring of Honor, or have him go to New Japan.
Because nobody will ever take him seriously on Monday Night Raw.
No.
Nobody.
No. And then we go backstage with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They make a case to Adam Pearce for Kingston to get Miz's chamber spot. We talk about Kofi Mania from a couple years ago. Miz then walks in and tries to kill the idea. Then Pearce books Miz versus Kingston tonight. If Kingston wins, he's in the chamber. If Miz wins, Morrison's in the chamber. We already talked about that earlier in this video. And then we get, and you know how Raw is rinse and repeat? Speaking of Raw with rinse and repeat, the next match, Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce. Just like Matt Riddle and Lucha House Party versus the Hurt Business. Asuka and Charlotte versus Lacey and Peyton. We've seen that. We've seen this how many times now already too as well? We've seen that We've seen that match how many times as well? How many?
Since December.
Since December, since Raw Legends Night about January last month. What do I say about this? The Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans storyline is fucking garbage. It is garbage. We had on the way to the ring, Lacey Evans telling Charlotte that they brought her Valentine. Now, Charlotte and Asuka, they first make their entrance, right? Then Lacey and Peyton with Ric Flair make their entrance afterwards, right? Lacey Evans is on the mic. Lacey Evans has a mic, and she's telling Charlotte that they bought her or brought her some Valentine's Day candy that Peyton Royce had a Valentine's Day candy in her hand that said, "Bite me." Showing that to Charlotte, the queen. Evans then says that she had other same candies with "Love You, Queen," but Lacey said she ate them all. Ha 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 ha. Said no one ever.
Whoever booked that segment should fucking get injections into their blood system. Yeah, inject some logic into them.
Whoever booked that segment needs to be fired. That was terrible.
And what do you need to say about this feud between Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans? It's one of the worst in recent memory.
If not the worst.
It's the worst.
Can we end it already?
It's the worst. It's the worst in wrestling right now.
Absolutely. And poor Peyton Royce, man. You broke up the Iconics, and I'm gonna give the floor to you, Adam, with the Iconics stuff with Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. I'm gonna give that floor with that to you right now, Adam. Go ahead.
Man, I feel sorry for Peyton Royce. You look, as much as we hated the Iconics, they were two of the worst acts on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. But you broke up the Iconics for this. You took Peyton Royce away from Billy Kay and you put it with Lacey Evans?
Who's even worse?
My God.
And it's like they broke up the Iconics. And they broke up the Iconics because Peyton was going to get a big push on her own, right? But they put Peyton Royce with Lacey Evans on Monday Night Raw, right? Awful.
Yeah, and Billy Kay is getting more TV time on SmackDown with the Riot Squad than Peyton Royce is getting on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. SmackDown with Billy Kay, Ruby Riot, and Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad. Yeah, Peyton Royce is stuck with Lacey Evans.
Yeah, and Billy Kay is not even wrestling.
No. Billy Kay on SmackDown is getting more TV time than Peyton Royce on Monday Night Raw. Do you know how sad that is? I feel bad for Peyton Royce at this point.
Awful.
Can we get her
Awful.
away from Lacey Evans and off this fucking show?
Legitimately. And I think she said, Peyton Royce, I think she said in an interview just around weeks ago that she did not even knew that the Iconics was going to be broken up until before the show even went on the air.
Yeah, there was a report a few weeks ago, guys, that said, and Peyton Royce was interviewed, she said, quote, when one night on Raw, it was like the night that broke the Iconics, the night the Iconics broke up, Peyton knew nothing about this until very last minute, the day of that show. The day of that show. Imagine being Peyton Royce, Billy Kay. Now, the Iconics are terrible, but imagine being the Iconics and you're told the same day as Raw that at the very last minute you're told, oh, you're going to be broken up. You're going to be broken up.
Yeah, imagine you're told on the day of. Imagine on the day of the show. I don't know if it was an hour or 30 minutes before the show or when the show was on the air. But imagine on the day of the show and you're not told that you're going to be broken up until the last minute before the show goes on the air. On the day of.
Awful.
Imagine
being Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, and it's like you're told you're going to be broken up the very last minute during, like, on the same day as Raw. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, the Iconics are terrible, but you're told at the last minute?
Yeah, you're told on the day of, and they did not even knew until the day of.
Oh, but why are you two bitching and complaining about that, man? You want to know why we bitch and complain about that? You want to know why?
They didn't even know. They didn't even know that they were going to be broken up until the day of the show, even around an hour before the show even went on the USA Network.
Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Can we get Peyton Royce away from Lacey Evans as well? She is garbage. Garbage. Talk about a wrestler that was called up from NXT way too fast. And Lacey Evans, she didn't grow. She didn't mature from NXT. Lacey Evans needed more time in NXT. She needed a lot more time in NXT. In late 2018, going into early 2019, was Lacey Evans called up too fast? Absolutely. Absolutely. Though she didn't grow, she didn't mature, she needed at least 2 more years left in NXT, then she would have been ready. Called up in late 2018? Talk about nothing but a rushed fucking call-up, man. Nothing but a rushed NXT call-up that needed a lot more time left in NXT. And now look at Lacey Evans. Now look at Lacey Evans. And now Lacey Evans. Go ahead.
She's not going to be on television for the next 10 months.
Yeah, speaking of, we're going to talk about that shortly. We had Evans then mentioning that she didn't bring Asuka anything, but Asuka has a gift for her, something Evans has always wanted for her whole career, and that's the Raw Women's title. You know what I did? You know what I did when Lacey Evans said that line? I was like this, and I rolled my fucking eyes.
Yeah, but now you'll not need to roll your
fucking channel changing garbage is what I say. Absolute channel changing garbage. Not just Charlotte on the television screen, but Lacey Evans as well. You want Raw ratings to tank even lower? By all means, have on the show Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans.
And Ric Flair.
Yeah. And I love Ric Flair, but the guy is finished.
It's 2021. Why is he in a storyline on Monday Night Raw? Yet they cannot even find Aleister Black. And they can't get him out of the broom closet.
They can't even find Mickie James. Yeah, they can't even find Mickie James, and they can't even find Andrade. They can't even find Andrade. The same guy who's gonna marry Charlotte Flair, right?
Yeah, and he's not even getting and he's not even getting TV time. Yet Ric Flair is getting the TV time that Andrade should be getting, and Aleister Black should be getting on Monday Night Raw. Or is he even on Monday Night Raw?
Andrade, Black, and Mickie James. Or here's the thing. Andrade and Aleister Black, if you're not going to do anything with them, release them. Or if you're not going to release them, send them back down to NXT where Triple H is. I'm sure Triple H would welcome them back with welcome arms.
Yeah. Nobody will ever take them seriously on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live.
Especially Monday Night Raw because that show is the fucking worst show on fucking television, bar none. Bar none.
Or is Aleister Black even a Raw superstar? Is he on Raw? Was he drafted to SmackDown? I don't even know. The guy's missing. Put the guy on a fucking milk carton already. And we see potential evidence on where he is.
Like, could you imagine Andrade back in NXT wrestling Santos Escobar? Or Aleister Black versus, I don't know, a Karrion Kross or a Kyle O'Reilly? Or Dexter Lumis?
Yeah.
Somebody like that?
No, legitimately.
Santos Escobar versus Andrade. Do you know how big of a deal that is?
Well, it makes sense. Doesn't Santos Escobar want to build Lucha Libre in his image? And it will make sense for Andrade to go back to NXT and challenge for the Cruiserweight title.
And then Andrade used to wrestle in a mask, I don't know, years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that? I mean, outside of a Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio feud, imagine Andrade feuding with Escobar. That would be great. Or Aleister Black. Have him feud with Karrion Kross. That would be fucking epic. Or you could do Aleister Black and Finn Balor. You could do Andrade and Balor.
Yeah.
You could do Aleister Black versus good old Cameron Grimes. Good old Cameron Grimes going straight to the moon because I'm on the Furious Nation YouTube channel and I'm back in NXT after I got done not long ago with Dexter Lumis because I fought Dexter Lumis at Takeover War Games in a strap match because it was Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes. Good old Cameron Grimes. Anyways, so we then then we went to a commercial break. Then after the break, I didn't even pay. I would be lying to you guys if I told you that I paid any attention to this match. I just did not care because we've seen this how many times now. And the Charlotte and Lacey feud is garbage. It's garbage.
Just mention the ending. No, the match meant nothing. It was a complete waste of time.
How long did the match even last? I don't even care. That's how worthless the match was. And then we had the ending where Lacey Evans backed off the apron. She has a mic and she says, "Charlotte, you're not putting your hands on me because Lacey Evans said she was pregnant." Lacey Evans said she was pregnant. Now I watched this. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh?
Pregnant.
I'm like, is this actually real? It's like what the hell is even going on here?
Is this a storyline?
Did Ric Flair get Lacey Evans pregnant? Like, what is even going on here? I don't believe it.
But then the report came out and said that she was legitimately pregnant.
Yeah. And if the report is true, and if Lacey Evans is actually pregnant, congratulations to Lacey Evans, if that's true.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations to Lacey. But
yeah,
why did they need to use this in storyline? Why did they need to use her pregnancy in a storyline? You know how
it's good storytelling, man. Where's a good storytelling? If you can find where it's good storytelling, then come back.
Where?
Then come back. Do you know how lame and lazy this is to add a pregnancy thing into a storyline?
That is awful.
Oh, but it makes good television, man. Yeah, right. Sure it does.
It makes anything. It's anything but good television.
And if Lacey Evans' current husband, and it's not Ric Flair, if he's the one that saved us from this god-awful storyline, good on Lacey Evans' husband. Because he even knew that the storyline was terrible. If that's the case.
If he even watches Monday Night Raw.
If he doesn't, I don't blame him. But Lacey Evans is pregnant. She's out for months. She's going to be out for months. Who replaces Asuka now at the Elimination Chamber for the Raw Women's title?
Naomi.
Who now? Do we get Rhea Ripley? I'm hearing rumors Rhea Ripley's going to SmackDown. Do those plans change and Rhea goes to Raw instead? I don't know. Do we get Charlotte Flair and Asuka? because we all know that match is fucking inevitable.
Just book it already. Just book it. Forget about us. Just book it already at the Chamber. And Charlotte can win the title and then go and face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
I mean, if Ripley goes to Raw, if I'm Rhea Ripley, I'm staying far, far away from Raw. And I've said this. There is zero use. There is no use for Rhea Ripley to go to Raw. Why would you want Rhea on Raw? Why? So she gets fucking killed and buried too on Monday Night Raw? And I know there's some people, but Raw Women's Division needs the star power. They need Rhea Ripley. Really? Look what they did to poor Shayna Baszler and Mia Yim. And that would be Rhea Ripley's future on Monday Night Raw.
Look what they're doing to their champion. Look what they're doing to the Raw Women's Champion.
Asuka. Making her dance every fucking week. And that's not even her fault. That's not even her fault.
I know what the fucked up thing is. Asuka has not defended the Raw Women's title at a pay-per-view since September.
That's like what, over 5 months?
5 months.
I read a report and I was on Twitter earlier today. Some guy on Twitter tweeted, Asuka's not defended the Raw Women's title since September. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, some Raw Women's champion he got there, Bruce. Some Raw Women's champion he got there. Asuka's second reign as Raw Women's champion has been absolutely terrible. And it's not even her fault. They have booked this woman so poorly. Raw has booked Asuka so poorly as Raw Women's champion. It's not even funny.
It's not even funny. She hasn't defended the title on a pay-per-view since September, since Clash of Champions against Zelina Vega, who isn't even employed by the company.
Not anymore right now.
Yeah, and not anymore, at least from now on. But imagine that Asuka's only Raw Women's title defense on a pay-per-view is against somebody who was not even employed. And that was her only pay-per-view title defense since winning the Raw Women's title at SummerSlam. And her only title defense on a pay-per-view was against somebody who's not even employed.
When you're a champion and you have not defended the title in 5 months, you know you got a fucking issue.
Especially on a pay-per-view. You know that your Raw Women's title reign is a failure.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, you know that your title reign is a failure.
Not the wrestler's fault, but the people who are fucking booking you. Do you even realize Asuka's the Raw Women's Champion at this point? At this point, just take the title off her. At this point, give it to fucking Charlotte. We all know Asuka versus Charlotte's inevitable. We all know that's coming. Just get it out of the way now. But the Charlotte bots and the Charlotte Flair supporters, they'll be on social media saying, no, we got to do Charlotte and Asuka at WrestleMania, man. We got to do it at WrestleMania 37, Charlotte versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title, man.
Who cares? We already know.
You know the Charlotte Flair supporters are going to be like that. No, don't do it before Mania. Do it at WrestleMania. You know the Charlotte Flair supporters and Charlotte fan bots are going to be like that.
Who cares if it happens at WrestleMania? We already know what the outcome would be. We already know what the outcome is going to be.
Just end the misery now. Just get the inevitability out of the way now, because we all know Charlotte's going to bury Asuka for a third time anyways. We all know that's happening anyways. Just end the misery now. Just get the inevitability out of the way now. Just give Charlotte the title now, because we all know it's coming.
Do I care? Do all I care? Book Charlotte and Rhea at WrestleMania, and Rhea wins the Raw Women's title. Do all I give a fuck?
But even with that point, Adam, would you even want Rhea on Raw? And I've said it. There is no use for Rhea to go to Raw. If I'm Rhea, I'm staying far, far away from the show. Why would you even want Rhea on this show to begin with? Why?
Well, this is what WWE is going to do. Knowing the company, they'll be doing it.
I hope not. If I'm Rhea Ripley, I'm staying far, far away from Monday Night Raw. Look at what they've done. Look at what they've done to Shayna Baszler, man. From a dominant reign as NXT Women's Champion, and now Shayna's on Raw, and now just going through the motions, and it's not even Shayna's fault. Look at Shayna on Raw, and look at Mia Yim on Raw. That is Rhea's future on Raw. That is her future on Monday Night Raw. Awful.
I don't even put it past WWE to put her on Raw. I don't even put it past WWE to book Charlotte, to turn on Asuka, have her win the Raw Women's title Elimination Chamber, then drop it to Rhea Ripley. I don't even put it past them to do it because Vince McMahon and his feeble mentality of his would do such things like that, which is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. Rhea should be nowhere near this fucking show. Do they even know how to spell Rhea Ripley?
I'm sure not.
The
woman
Bruce
will be on
Pritchard and Monday
Raw.
Night Raw. Do they even know how to spell Rhea Ripley?
No, they don't even know how to spell Asuka correctly.
Garbage. Absolute garbage. So, and it's like now Lacey Evans out of the chamber this Sunday to wrestle Asuka, right? Now who does Asuka fight? Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, and correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Naomi pin Asuka, the champion, a few weeks ago on Raw? Correct me if I'm wrong. So shouldn't it be Naomi? Instead of this tag team with Lana, that's nothing but a makeshift team. How about putting Naomi versus Asuka? I know Naomi's not going to beat Asuka, but she pinned the champion a few weeks ago. Put Naomi in there against Asuka.
Knowing the company, they won't. Knowing them, they will not put her in the title match.
Or they'll probably give it to Charlotte, or they'll probably give it to Peyton Royce.
Yeah, and they'll probably forget that Naomi pinned the
They'll probably put Peyton Royce in there, and they'll probably have Peyton Royce lose in that match.
Yeah, and Charlotte will turn heel on Asuka.
It's coming. It is coming. But again, poor Peyton Royce, man. And she still has the potential, but please get her away from Lacey Evans, please. Just break up Peyton and Lacey, please. Yeah, get Peyton Royce off the show and get her away from Lacey Evans, please. Can we trade Billy Kay? Honestly, can we trade Billy Kay for Peyton? Like, honestly, can we trade Billy Kay for Peyton Royce at this point? If there's another Shakeover draft this year after WrestleMania, can we trade Billy Kay for Peyton Royce, please?
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Moving on, though. Moving on. We then get and then we go backstage with Sheamus. He's saying that he may not be getting his one-on-one match for the title, the WWE title, but he says he's going to win the gauntlet match tonight and enter the chamber last on Sunday and win the title. He says, and then he says the outcome is going to be the same. Sheamus says he's going to win the WWE title on Sunday night at the Elimination Chamber. Sure you will, Sheamus. Sure you will. I like you, Sheamus, but you're not winning on Sunday. You're not winning on Sunday. I'm sorry, Sheamus. I like you, but the chances of you winning on Sunday are the chances of Ziggler having a brain, as Adam would say. 0.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheamus, you'll not be WWE champion anytime soon. At least from now on.
Yeah. So then we get the Miz versus Kofi Kingston. If Kingston wins, he's in the chamber. If Miz wins, Morrison's in the chamber. So this match here, we had Miz landing a really nasty DDT on Kofi. Kofi kicked out. We then got Kingston. We then get Kingston hitting the SOS. Miz barely kicks out. We then had Miz putting Kofi in the figure 4, but Kofi managed to get to the ropes. Then Miz tries a skull-crushing finale, but Kingston reversed it into a roll-up. Then Miz kicks out. Kingston lands Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston wins, and Kofi's now in the chamber, replacing the Miz. Your thoughts on this?
What do you need me to say about this? The Miz is still a loser.
The Miz continues to be an absolute scrub on this show. Him and Morrison. Miz and Morrison. Moving. And again, like I said earlier in this video, why couldn't it be Mustafa Ali versus Kofi Kingston instead? And then Retribution and Mustafa Ali, did they even interfere in this match or in the gauntlet? Of course not.
No.
Bruce probably thought we forgot. Bruce Pritchard, we don't forget. Remember that. We don't forget. So then moving on here, we then go backstage with Lana being interviewed with Naomi. Lana says it may have been luck that Nia Jax, that It may have been luck that put Nia Jax through the table, but she won't quit. She will always do her best. And Lana says she has her lucky charm, Naomi, with her. And then Naomi says tonight they're going to take it to them. They show the recap of Nia Jax screaming "my hole."
Yes, legitimately, she screamed my hole.
Is it even funny? Is it even funny anymore at this point?
Oh, by the way, do you even have the video of Nia screaming my hole on your fucking phone?
Well, I do, but it's not even funny anymore. This is typical WWE. They take something that's genuinely funny, they try and jam it down your throats to make it not funny anymore. Typical WWE. Typical WWE. And Lana saying that Naomi's her lucky charm and all that other stuff. Lana is terrible.
Lucky charm, yeah. Yeah, sure, Lana. Naomi will be gone from Monday Night Raw within 3 months. Can
we get Naomi off the show and on SmackDown and as a heel and like Naomi? Can we get her off Monday Night Raw and can we send her to SmackDown and turn her heel and put her with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief?
Yeah.
And Jimmy Uso. I mean, and Jimmy Uso. You know he's coming back. And Jimmy Uso, he's ready to be cleared any day now. You know Jimmy Uso's coming back. You know Naomi's husband.
Yeah.
Seriously. And Naomi and Lana is nothing but a makeshift team. And if there's a roster cut this year, do you expect Lana to be on that list? I certainly do.
Yeah, she should be on that list. On roster cuts this year, if it indeed happens.
Yeah. And again, Naomi, get her off this show, move her to SmackDown, and turn her heel, and put her with the head of the table on SmackDown with Paul Heyman. Do you? But Naomi, but Naomi, she's on Raw, but Jimmy Uso's still hurt. Naomi will still be on Raw after Jimmy Uso comes back, man. Really?
Sure.
You do realize they don't like breaking up couples. If you think Naomi's still going to be on Raw after Jimmy Uso comes back, you are a fool.
Of course not.
You are a fool. And like when Jimmy Uso comes back, Naomi's going to SmackDown if there's another draft or shakeup this year. Guarantee it. And if Naomi put her back on Smack, and Naomi get her off Raw, move her back to SmackDown and turn her heel and put her with Roman Reigns. If that's the case, that may give Naomi some direction for the first time in 4 years? God knows how long.
Yeah.
And look at Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Anything the man touches turns to gold. You think he's not going to make Naomi look good?
Of course he would.
And Naomi would probably be one of the biggest heels on SmackDown as well in that division, probably. If that's the case.
Yeah.
You know? And Naomi's very underrated. She deserves a push, but it's like, get her on SmackDown and turn the woman heel. And put her with Roman Reigns, the head of the table, with Paul Heyman and Apollo Crews and the Usos. I hope that happens. Get her off this show and get her away from Lana. You bring Naomi, you have Naomi on Raw for the team with Lana. The team with Lana.
Now, why did you even bring her back to begin with? If that was the case, would she could have stayed at home and catering and do nothing.
Yeah. And in fact, I'd much rather be in catering than be on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
At this point. So then we get, and then we go backstage with Randy Orton cutting a promo. He's talking about Sheamus, his issues with McIntyre. He says McIntyre and Sheamus, he says McIntyre and Orton are not finished, but that's okay. Orton says he's not finished with McIntyre, but that's okay. Orton says he's focused on winning the WWE title. Orton then says he wanted to get rid of The Fiend, so he led a match, and now The Fiend is, and then he says The Fiend is no more. Orton then says this Sunday he won't be in the ring with opponents. He's going to be in the ring with victims. And then as Orton was talking in the video, and then as Orton was talking, the video then switches to Alexa Bliss with their eyes closed, who had a really good promo with Alexa Bliss with flashes of The Fiend being set on fire. on fire flash on the screen. Bliston opens her eyes as she's transformed. Bliston says in the fire he was destroyed, but in the future he will be reborn. The camera then pans back and Bliss is kneeling in the middle of a pentagon, and then Bliss starts to laugh. 1 hour and 40 minutes, folks. 1 hour and 40 minutes.
And we got finally something positive on Monday Night Raw.
After an hour and 40 minutes. When you have, it was like, and Raw was garbage last night. Only 3 positives: the NXT promo package, the SmackDown promo package, and the Alexa Bliss promo. And only 1 out of the 3 being Raw related. When you have 1 or 3 positives be the only positives of Raw last night, and you find nothing wrong with that.
Or would you have one thing that is Raw related, one thing that is Raw related that is positive?
Yeah. Yeah, that.
I find out.
Yeah, that, or when you have 1 or 3 positives, that, or when you have 1 or 3 positives be the only good positives of Raw last night out of a 3-hour show, you know you got a fucking issue. 1 or 3 good things out of a 3-hour show out of 16, and you find 0 wrong with that. When you have 1 or 3 things be the only good parts of Raw a night ago, you know you got a major fucking issue.
Yeah.
Unreal. So then we got Naomi with Lana. Lana with Naomi versus Shayna Baszler with Nia Jax. Lana versus Shayna Baszler again.
Who? Nia, who?
Lana versus Shayna Baszler with Nia, who do you call Nia Jax, Adam?
Nia Snacks. Excuse me.
Yeah. Nia Snacks, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. We must drink first. Nia Snacks, as Adam would call. With Titus Catering, there was a lot of Big Macs.
Lana versus Shayna Baszler again on Monday Night Raw.
And this match went for 5 minutes? This match should have been 5 seconds. NXT Shayna Baszler would win this thing in 5 fucking seconds. 5 minutes in the ring with Lana, who can't wrestle.
That is pathetic.
Imagine being Shayna Baszler and you're in the ring on Raw wrestling Lana, selling for Lana in a 5-minute match. Selling for Lana. And she sold for Lana in this match.
Oh my God. That is embarrassing if you're Shayna Baszler.
She sold for Lana during this match. Are you for real? This would have never, ever happened in NXT, Adam. Never.
It would not even ever have happened with anybody in NXT if you were as dominant as Shayna Baszler. Yet here she is on Monday Night Raw selling for one of the worst wrestlers in the women's division.
And Lana, yeah. And if there was someone on a creative team in NXT that thought Shayna versus Lana would be a good idea, that clown would be fired almost fucking immediately.
Man, how do we make Shayna Baszler even more?
If there was a clown on NXT creative, and if that clown thought Lana versus Shayna would be a good idea, that clown would be fired like fucking that.
Yeah. My God.
And if it was Shayna in NXT versus someone like Lana in NXT, Shayna would squash her in almost immediately, 5 seconds, not even.
Yeah. But man, imagine being Shayna Baszler. Imagine. Just how sad is it to be Shayna Baszler on Monday Night Raw, man.
And look at Shayna Baszler in NXT. NXT Women's Champ for over a year, losing it to Rhea Ripley, but here on Monday Night Raw. And look at Shayna Baszler now on Raw. It's like the Women's Rumble and Royal Rumble 2020. Shayna was supposed to win, but Charlotte played politics and because Charlotte didn't want to be eliminated by Shayna Baszler in the Royal Rumble that year. So Charlotte won Women's Rumble at Royal Rumble 2020 when it was supposed to be Shayna Baszler. Then Shayna gets Becky, and then Shayna wins the Elimination Chamber for the women at Elimination Chamber 2020 when Shayna eliminated all the field in that match. Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Natalya, and Asuka. And then with Shayna eliminating everyone in the chamber when Shayna was in the chamber last year. And then we get Shayna Baszler, Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 36. And Shayna Baszler lost. Then Shayna was in the Money in the Bank last year in 2020 in May. At Money in the Bank last year, Shayna Baszler was in that. The women's Money in the Bank from Money in the Bank last year, and Shayna lost that match as well. And then they put Shayna Baszler, and then after that, they put Shayna Baszler with Nia Jax, who's unsafe in that ring. And now look at Shayna Baszler on Raw. It's like she's just going through the motions. It's like she doesn't even want to. It's like if she doesn't even want to be there. And I feel, and man, Shayna Baszler, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for Shayna. I really do.
Awful, man. This is absolutely sad.
You go from a dominant reign NXT Women's Champion to this.
This is what happens when you take somebody in NXT that has been built up perfectly in NXT by Triple H and you give them to Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and Bruce Pritchard. This is what happens.
And Vince, Bruce, and Dunn fucking kill it because oh, it's not ours, it's under Triple H, so we must bury it because it's not a Vince creation.
Meanwhile, this could have helped them in the long run on Monday Night Raw. I could have helped
anything that is Triple H, anything that is Triple H, anything that is Triple H and not Vince. Vince will find a way to fucking bury it and kill it.
Meanwhile, it could have been something that Vince McMahon could have used like Triple H did and could have made it better on the main roster and make the show better on Monday Night Raw and make the shows better.
It's like if Vince McMahon is jealous of his own son-in-law.
Legitimately.
Because, Triple H does the job better and properly and right. Triple H does the job right, but Vince sucks at his job. Vince may have been a genius years ago, but now Vince just can't do it anymore, and he needs to fucking retire right now. Is Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
And it's like these guys are so good and these wrestlers are so good in NXT. Then they come up to the main roster, especially and they come to Monday Night Raw and they get fucking buried. It's like, what are you paying these guys for? What are you paying them for?
Yeah, why are you paying them money to get buried on Monday Night Raw?
Why are you burying these guys and girls on Raw? What? Why? Because it wasn't under Vince, it was under Triple H.
Man, Vince McMahon, man, he needs to fucking retire.
Give the keys to Triple H right now. Oh, but we can't push Keith Lee properly on Raw because it's a Triple H production. It's not a Vince McMahon production, so we must fucking bury it all the way to the fucking ground.
Why? Well, meanwhile, it's Vince McMahon who is paying these NXT talent. He's the one who's signing on their paychecks.
Like, what the fuck are you paying these guys for when they could be the future of this show?
Yeah, and they could make the show better.
Unfucking real. Triple H creates, Vince McMahon kills.
All you need to do is watch Takeover from last night.
Go ahead.
All you need to do is watch Takeover from last night. How do we go from a fantastic takeover for 2.5 hours on Vengeance on Valentine's Day, which was February 14th on Valentine's Day? How do we go from Takeover Vengeance Day on Valentine's Day to this shit show on Monday Night Raw?
It's literally like night and day. Night and day.
My God, how do you watch a tag team match?
And you look at Takeover, and look at the end of Takeover. It's like and then the ending of Takeover as well. Not just Takeover as a whole, but the ending of Takeover as well. Now it's like, hey man, we have a reason to watch NXT now. But Raw, they don't give you reason. They don't give you any reason to fucking watch. The next week, and then the week after that, and then the week after that.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable. Yet people want Adam Cole to be called up to this show, right? And Io Shirai to this show, right? Right? Are you sure about that? Look at what they're doing with Asuka, Mia Yim, Shayna Baszler, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and Dominic Dijakovic. And that would be their future on this fucking goddamn show. That would be Adam Cole's and Io Shirai's future on Monday Night Raw. Awful. Awful, awful, awful.
Do we need to say anything about Shayna Baszler versus Lana? Do we need to say anything? We might as well just mention the ending. We're not going to go over the fucking match.
We had Jax sending Naomi into the barricade. We had Naomi drop kicking Jax into the ring post. Lana tried to roll up Baszler. Baszler's distracted. They made Shayna look like a dummy with Shayna getting distracted. They made her look like a dummy. Lana rolls up Shayna, almost beats Shayna. Shayna kicks out, thank God. Baszler then blasts Lana with a knee to the face. Lana kicks out, but then Baszler, shortly after that, locks the Karafuda clutch on Lana. Lana taps out. Shayna Baszler wins. Who cares? Who cares?
Who gives a fuck? We get Shayna Baszler off of this show.
Get her away from Nia Jax and get her off this show. Either send Shayna to SmackDown or send her back down to like with Shayna Baszler. Either send her to SmackDown or send her back down to NXT. Just get her off this show. Just get her off this fucking show. Shayna Baszler. Get her on SmackDown or get her back on NXT. Raw doesn't deserve Shayna Baszler.
They don't even deserve her. They don't even deserve half the talent they have.
I like Shayna Baszler, but she's worth so much more than being paired with Nia Jax.
In fact, forget about Shayna Baszler. Monday Night Raw doesn't even deserve half of the talent they have.
No, not at all. Again, send Shayna to SmackDown or send her back down to NXT. Or how about trading Bayley for Shayna?
Yeah. Trade one Bayley for the other.
If there's another draft or shakeup this year after WrestleMania, send Shayna to SmackDown, send Mandy to SmackDown, and send Naomi to SmackDown without Nia Jax, without Dana Brooke, and without Lana.
Yeah.
Literally.
My God.
So then we go backstage, and it's Adam Pearce and Braun Strowman, the Strowman Express, back on Monday Night Raw. Raw's about to get worse, folks. Raw's about to get worse, folks. Get ready.
He's about to run fast once again. I wonder who he will run fast at again.
Yeah. Raw's about to get worse, folks. Get ready. Now that Braun Strowman's back. And imagine if it's Strowman and McIntyre, because Strowman said he was owed a title match against McIntyre after last November's Survivor Series. And it's like,
please.
And it's like, you're really going to do McIntyre and Strowman at Mania? God, I hope not. That is
no.
Strowman and McIntyre at WrestleMania this year for the WWE title. That is a terrible fucking move. Terrible.
Please. Anything but Strowman versus McIntyre. Braun Strowman should not even be getting a WWE title match in his career. He shouldn't even be employed. Braun Strowman should not even sniff. Braun Strowman should not even sniff a WWE title match ever. Ever. He shouldn't even be employed by the fucking company.
Braun Strowman should not even be spelling WWE title match. At all. At all. Braun should be nowhere near that WWE title. So we got Strowman walking up to Adam Pearce backstage. Strowman says he wants to know why he's not in the chamber match. Pearce says that the match is for former WWE champions. Strowman says he was a former Universal champion. Pearce then says that's not the WWE championship. Strowman then tells Pearce that Shane McMahon needs to make this right.
What an idiot.
Braun Strowman, he's back on Monday Night Raw, and already back. Braun Strowman, the IQ of a fucking eraser. What a dummy.
The Universal Championship is not the WWE Championship.
Oh, but it's a real title like the WWE title, man. It's two completely different titles, clown. Two completely different titles. Braun Strowman, his first night back on Raw, already made himself look like a complete fucking moron.
What an idiot.
And speaking of Strowman, he's a former Universal Champion. I'm not sure if you realize that. For months, they never mentioned him at all as a former Universal Champion.
Yeah. They did not. This is the first time they actually mentioned the guy as a former Universal Champion.
Not one peep from the commentator saying that Braun was a former Universal Champion. Not one single peep about that. Not one.
As soon as he lost the title, they never mentioned the fact that he was a former Universal Champion.
Right after he lost it at SummerSlam last year to Bray Wyatt, and then Roman winning the title last year at Payback with Strowman eating the pin. And the Triple Threat at Payback last year with the Triple Threat Universal title match with Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, and Braun Strowman, with Reigns winning the title last year at Payback with Strowman eating the pin from Reigns.
And Braun Strowman losing to Roman Reigns on SmackDown, on a SmackDown season premiere. Yeah. Be a fucking submission.
And Reigns put on the guillotine choke, and Strowman tapped out, and Reigns won with that move clean.
Yeah.
And he put Strowman's ass right to sleep, and Reigns sent Strowman to Raw a fucking loser. Braun Strowman, man. Braun Strowman. He's now back on Raw. Like I said, Raw's about to get worse. If you think Raw's going to get better now with Braun Strowman back now, I have no words for you. Braun Strowman back on Raw. If you think that's a good thing now for Raw, you are a blinded fucking moron. Oh my God. Braun Strowman, I didn't even miss the guy.
Nobody even did. In fact, it was a good thing that he was off of television. And we don't have to see him.
When you had someone backstage with this segment that looked like Braun Strowman, I almost forgot who he even was.
Yeah. Nobody even missed the guy when he was off of TV.
Fucking irrelevant.
Yeah.
Braun should have stayed off television. I'm happy that he's healthy, but he should not be on television.
Yeah. Nobody even missed the guy when he was off of TV. In fact, the show is
not long ago he had some blood infection in the system, and I'm happy he's healthy again, but still he should not be on the television.
Because he's a train wreck, and all he does is run fast, like a fucking idiot train. Like an asshole.
Yeah. That's all Braun Strowman does is run fast. That's all he does. You might as well have Braun Strowman come out the Thomas the Tank Engine's theme song at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally, imagine if that actually happened with Braun Strowman.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Biggest LOL moment ever, in my opinion, if that actually happened. But anyways, we're moving on here. Moving right on here. Main event of last night's Raw, the Gauntlet match. AJ Styles with Elmas versus Sheamus versus Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods, with the winner of this gauntlet getting to enter the chamber the Sunday last.
Gauntlet match? Hold on. This is how I feel when there's a gauntlet match. I walk away.
What did this gauntlet achieve in the grand scheme of things?
By the way, I'll be right back. I'm going to be right back. Just hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. You hear that, guys? Adam will be right back. But, man, oh, man, this gauntlet match last night on Monday Night Raw, what did this accomplish in the grand scheme of things? Absolutely nothing. Nothing but a waste of time. In fact, they've done and it's like, look at the gauntlet with Shinsuke Nakamura last month on SmackDown. That gauntlet was way better. That gauntlet was 1,000 times better than the gauntlet we saw last night on Monday Night Raw. The gauntlet on Raw last night did not even come close to what Shinsuke did in the gauntlet on SmackDown last month in January before the Royal Rumble. This gauntlet last night on Monday Night Raw, it felt forced. it accomplished nothing in the grand scheme of things. It made no one look good. No one gave a shit. Just a waste of fucking time and nothing but a segment to fill an hour in a 3-hour show because the Raw writers are uncreative, fucking lazy pieces of shit. That's all this is. A gauntlet match. Nothing but a gauntlet match. A match that just takes an hour up on a 3-hour show because the Raw writers cannot come up with anything that is fucking creative. You need a gauntlet match to fill 1 hour out of a 3-hour show because you're fucking lazy writing this goddamn show every Monday night. These fucking writers on Monday Night Raw. I honestly don't believe it here. Honestly don't believe it here. Well, so this gauntlet match, man, this match was nothing but a waste of time. A waste of time. Nothing but a waste of time was this fucking match, man. Absolute waste of time. And why is McIntyre in this thing? He's your WWE champion, and you're having him lose clean in this thing? It's like you're booking yourselves into a fucking corner here. What the fuck? Fuck. Hello? Oh, I don't know where Adam is, but I have no idea where Adam is at right now. But I mean, this gauntlet, that's how bad it was last night on Raw. If it's like Adam wants to walk away from that, I don't blame him because this gauntlet was not good last night. Because this gauntlet last night on Raw was not good at all. It was not good at all. So this gauntlet last night on Monday Night Raw, we had AJ Styles and with Omos versus Kofi Kingston to start this gauntlet last night on Raw. We had Styles going after Kingston's injured knee. Kingston then sends Styles out of the ring. Kingston then lands the falling star splash to the outside area onto AJ next to the announce table. Woods then gets on top of the announce desk and he's playing his trombone at Styles. Omos then grabs Woods by the throat. Omos then walks Woods over to the barricade and chokeslams him into the crowd over the barricade and into the virtual crowd. Kingston then, so Woods is taken out from this thing by Omos with this, was Woods. Then Kingston gets in Omos's face. The referee then ejects Omos from ringside. And then in the confusion, Styles then lands a nasty chop block to Kingston. And then Styles is working on Kingston's knee. Kingston then surprises Styles to SOS. Styles then hits the phenomenal forearm, and then Styles pins Kingston. So Kofi Kingston's eliminated from this gauntlet match. They tried to recreate this thing with Kofi Mania. Now, the gauntlet, the SmackDown gauntlet, is just the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber in 2019. Remember that SmackDown, gauntlet where they had Kofi Kingston, that gauntlet, and they had this Kofi Mania thing? That, with that 2 years ago, was genuine. This last night with Kofi felt forced. You notice a difference there? How come SmackDown gets it right, but Raw fails to get it right? How is that so?
Yeah.
How is that so?
By the way, first of all, I'm back.
Yeah, and Adam's back, by the way. Yeah. We had Styles and Kingston starting, then Woods gets chokeslammed by Omos over. Then Woods gets chokeslammed by Omos. Like, it was like here, and you couldn't even see the barricade. It was like Woods is here, and you could see Omos. It's like how Omos is so huge, and it's like he made Woods look like the size of Omos's leg. And Woods gets chokeslammed by Omos over the barricade into the virtual crowds into oblivion. Like you could see, it's like. And Kingston gets right in Omos's face, and then Styles chop blocks Kofi on the outside near the belt timekeeper area. Phenomenal forearm.
After
AJ eliminates Kofi. A beautiful, phenomenal forearm, by the way.
Yeah, after Big Jordan was barred from ringside.
Yeah. So then Kingston's the first one eliminated in this gauntlet last night. AJ's in there, and McIntyre's next. Now, before we talk about that, Kofi Mania with the SmackDown gauntlet, with the SmackDown before 2019 Elimination Chamber, that gauntlet with Kofi Mania and all, that was genuine. That was fucking genuine. This one was not even. This one better? Was this one last night better than that one? Absolutely not.
It wasn't even close to be better.
The one with SmackDown 2 years ago with Kofi Mania was like before 29, before the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber 2019 with the SmackDown gauntlet that night on SmackDown with that. That was genuine. But this one felt fucking forced. How come SmackDown gets it right, but Raw doesn't even come a tenth close to that? How is that so?
Awful.
How is that fucking so? SmackDown gets it right, but Raw just always tends to get it fucking wrong.
This is Monday Night Raw. It's the worst show on television. They always get everything wrong.
And anything Raw touches turns to fucking shit.
Yeah.
So then we get McIntyre coming out next. And now, Drew McIntyre's a WWE champion. Why is he in this gauntlet? To lose fucking clean. This is why it's like with Edge winning the Rumble. Oh, but Edge waiting makes it intriguing, man. Edge should have chosen his world champion Mania opponent right now. He should have chose it a week or two ago. And now it makes your job much more harder now. Oh, but you gotta be a hard worker, man. You gotta work harder, not easier, man. Blow me.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
We got two different Elimination Chamber matches, and one of which, if the winner gets to face Roman Reigns at the same night.
Yeah. Or
why couldn't Edge choose Drew McIntyre already, and the winner of the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match faces Roman at WrestleMania, instead of having to wait for Edge to choose, and the winner faces Roman at the same night at Elimination Chamber after winning the Chamber match? You know how ridiculous this is?
Yeah. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And you know Edge booked himself to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Anyways. But it's like the Raw Chamber. And if you wanted to do Edge versus Roman, fine. Then do a Raw Chamber where the winner gets McIntyre for the WWE title at WrestleMania. And you have McIntyre in this situation, this gauntlet, and it's like champions should not be fucking losing clean. Do you see Roman Reigns lose clean in non-title matches? Do you see Kenny Omega lose clean in non-title match situations? Do you see Finn Balor lose clean in non-title match situations? No.
You see Walter lose in non-title matches clean?
Absolutely not.
Yet, why is Drew McIntyre losing clean on Monday Night Raw as the world champion?
And we're going to talk about that shortly. We're going to talk about that very shortly. But McIntyre's out next.
Yeah.
And then it's McIntyre versus Styles. We had McIntyre booting Styles in the face. We then had Styles missing the splash in the corner. McIntyre hits a reverse Alabama slam. And then McIntyre, no. And then AJ, I think he was going for the phenomenal forearm, I believe. Or no. McIntyre, we then got McIntyre firing up and launching Styles clear across the ring with a belly to belly. We then get Styles going for the Styles Clash. McIntyre back body drops his way out of the Styles Clash. Styles then rolls McIntyre into the calf crusher. McIntyre reverses it. Styles then goes for the phenomenal forearm. McIntyre avoids it. And then McIntyre he has Styles here. He whiplashes Styles right into the bottom rope. That looked fucking scary. Like he whiplashed Styles right into the fucking bottom rope, man.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if AJ doesn't have a concussion after that. And then after that, Claymore kick for McIntyre. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is then eliminated from this gauntlet. McIntyre beats AJ Styles in this gauntlet. And then Jeff Hardy comes out. And then it's Hardy. Hardy attacks McIntyre before the bell rings right off the bat. Hardy hits the whisper in the wind. McIntyre kicks out. Then McIntyre and Hardy then trade body shots, belly to belly by McIntyre. Hardy hits his classic combo for a near fall. Hardy then attempts a twist of fate, but McIntyre reverses it into a future shock DDT. Hardy kicks out. Then we got a superplex by McIntyre. Hardy kicks out. McIntyre then misses a Claymore. Twist of fate by Jeff Hardy. And then Jeff goes for a swanton. McIntyre gets his knees up. Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3. And then Jeff Hardy's eliminated by Drew McIntyre. Poor Jeff Hardy.
Does anyone care? Of course not.
Poor fucking Jeff Hardy, man. Poor Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy is still a loser on Monday Night Raw.
And it's sad.
And he'll continue being a loser on Monday Night Raw until he goes to SmackDown Live, which will be the only way that will save the guy, or one of the only things that will be saving the guy.
If there's another draft or shakeup this year after WrestleMania, dude, can we send Jeff Hardy to fucking SmackDown? Can we send Jeff Hardy back to fucking SmackDown and have him feud with Roman Reigns on SmackDown over the Universal title?
Yeah.
Do you know how great that would be? A SmackDown feud over the Universal title with Roman Reigns, Jeff Hardy. Do you know like with Reigns as a heel, how more over as a heel Roman Reigns would get if he feuded with Jeff Hardy on SmackDown over that Universal title?
That would be awesome.
Like, that's how beloved Jeff Hardy is. SmackDown feud for the Universal title. Roman Reigns versus Jeff Hardy. It's like book it, It's like, anything that gets, it's like, and again, if there's another draft or shakeup this year after WrestleMania, Adam, send Shayna to SmackDown, send Naomi to SmackDown, send Mandy to SmackDown, send Jeff Hardy to SmackDown, send Keith Lee to SmackDown as well, and have him feud with Roman Reigns on SmackDown as well over the Universal title.
Yeah. Just get them all away from Monday Night Raw, because they're going to do absolutely nothing on Monday Night Raw.
Yep. So McIntyre, he beats AJ Styles. And then, so McIntyre beats Styles, then he beats Hardy. And then Randy Orton is out next. So then we go to commercial break. Then after the break, Orton then slams McIntyre's head into the ring steps. McIntyre then whips Orton into the barricade. And then this is where we're going off. The lights dim in the arena. Bliss's face appears on all of the Thunderdome screens. Bliss is laughing. And then Orton gets counted out. And Orton's eliminated via fucking countout. A countout. They made Randy Orton into a big fucking dummy last night. They made Orton look like a complete fucking dumbass last night. They made Orton look like a complete fucking geek last night.
Oh, by the way, I sent it to you something on your phone, DM individually. Just see it.
Yeah, something on Twitter. Yeah. Randy Orton, when he sees Alexa Bliss on screen and be like running away. Rhea Ripley, when she sees Alexa Bliss in the ring and be like, the hell is this?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because when Alexa Bliss was doing God knows what at the Royal Rumble, and the lights were going out, Rhea Ripley saw it and then eliminated Bliss.
Yeah, Randy Orton, he stands there like a fucking idiot. They made him look like a complete fucking dumbass last night.
Yeah, Randy Orton, when Alexa Bliss is on screen, he tries to run away. But Rhea Ripley sees Alexa Bliss and does not run away.
And Randy Orton's a Viper, right?
Yeah, some Viper you got there.
And it's like, and Orton gets counted out because of this. They made Orton look like an
idiot.
absolute dummy last night. Oh, but the same thing would happen to you, man, if you were in Orton's spot, man. No, it wouldn't.
Alexa Bliss did not even come into the fucking ring.
Yeah, she didn't even interfere in the fucking match. There wasn't Alexa Bliss on the stage or at ringside. None of that. None of that.
There was no Bray Wyatt at ringside to attack Orton. There was no Fiend in the ring.
Can we just get the Fiend back and end the feud with the Fiend and Orton already? Can we end that already?
Just book the Fiend versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania and have the Fiend win against Randy Orton.
And then just get that thing over with.
Yeah.
Get it over with. And the only and it's like the only intriguing thing in that feud is Alexa Bliss, and that's it.
Legitimately.
So Orton looked like a dumbass last night. So Orton was made to look like an idiot last night. Orton's counted out. And then it's McIntyre and Sheamus. So Orton gets back. So before this, Orton then gets back in the ring and gets a Claymore for good measure. Yeah, some by three got there. Some by three got there.
What an absolute joke.
And then Sheamus is out next. And then Sheamus attacks McIntyre from behind. He enters the ring from ringside, not the ramp, but he comes from behind, from the announce desk. He attacks Drew McIntyre from behind. The referee then asks McIntyre if he could continue. McIntyre says yes. Sheamus then runs over Drew. Drew kicks out. Sheamus then with a knee drop on McIntyre's jaw. Sheamus then pounds on McIntyre. McIntyre pops Sheamus with a Glasgow kiss. McIntyre then sends Sheamus into the ring post. McIntyre suplexes Sheamus. Sheamus then walks into a spine buster. Then McIntyre goes for a Claymore. He misses. Sheamus lands a bro kick for the 1-2-3. Sheamus is a bro kick 1-2-3. McIntyre's eliminated. And then Sheamus cuts his promo saying that he's entering the chamber last on Sunday night. And then Sheamus says he's walking out the new WWE champion, blah, blah, blah. And then that's how Raw ended last night. Champions should not be losing clean in a non-title match situation. Oh, but if this was AEW, you would praise it, man. If this was All Elite Wrestling, you wouldn't shit all over this, man. Really? Really? Hello?
What do you need to say? What do you need to say? What do you need me to say about this show? Monday Night Raw just
Drew McIntyre was put in a situation to lose clean. In a non-title match situation, champions should not lose clean. But champions deserve to lose clean. Then I guess you're not a true wrestling fan.
Then why are you watching wrestling to begin with?
And what was even the point of this gauntlet?
What was the reason?
A waste of time was this gauntlet. Nothing but just the gauntlet match is nothing. The gauntlet match last night at Raw, nothing but a match nothing but a match to fill for 1 hour out of a 3-hour show because the Raw writers are absolutely lazy at what they do on Monday night.
Yeah, this is what they do. This is their answer to NXT Takeover. It's Monday Night Raw.
Unreal. And McIntyre's in a position to lose clean. Champions should not be eating a pin or submission clean in a non-title match predicament. And yet you'll get clowns on social media. Oh, but if this was AEW, you would praise it, man. Really now? Really now? Look at Darby Allin on Dynamite a few weeks ago, and he just won the TNT title. And he lost clean on Dynamite in that main event tag match and was pinned clean that match by Brian Cage. Did we praise that? No. We shit all over that.
Because champions should be losing clean. But WWE does this every fucking week.
Yeah. Why was McIntyre even in this gauntlet to begin with?
It's as if this show wants to keep getting worse. And this is what we get after 2.5 hours of a magnificent NXT Takeover Vengeance Day show. This is what we get.
Yeah. And it's like And this is what happens when you have Edge wait to choose a WrestleMania opponent. This is what happens. Oh, but Edge waiting makes it intriguing, man. It makes it unpredictable, man. He could fight Finn Balor at WrestleMania for the NXT title. You really think it's going to be Edge and Finn Balor for the NXT title at WrestleMania?
It's not.
You really think that?
No one wants to see.
That's not happening.
No one wants to see a 47-year-old Edge challenge for the NXT title.
That completely goes against NXT. Nobody wants to see that. And it's not going to be Edge versus Balor. The chances of Balor and Edge happening are zero. Zero.
The only place where it will happen is in a video game.
Legitimately. And it's like, this is what happens when, yet there's geeks on social media. Oh, but have Edge wait. It makes the television even better, man. No, it doesn't. Oh, but if you have, but if you have the Rumble winner announce his main opponent the same night, right after he wins the Rumble that same night, man, it makes it uncreative and lazy booking, man. Shinsuke Nakamura did it at Royal Rumble 2018, and you called it lazy. You said he could have waited, man. What?
When was even the last time that WWE had a Royal Rumble winner and nobody knew who he was going to face at WrestleMania? When was the last time?
Yeah. We don't need Royal Rumble. We don't need Royal Rumble winners waiting to choose opponents.
Well, because we already know who they're going to face.
Yeah.
Because we already know who they're going to face.
Literally. And this gauntlet was nothing but a waste of time. Well, why? Nothing but a match to fill 1 hour on a 3-hour program, because the Raw writers cannot come up with anything that is creative on a 3-hour program.
Which is an embarrassment.
Yeah, because the Raw writers can't come up with anything fucking creative.
This show, man.
This show was garbage. One of the worst Raws, in my opinion, of 2021. And we're only a month and a half into 2021.
This is the worst of 2021. The worst Monday Night Raw episode of 2021, and it's only going to get worse.
And look at WWE's deal with Peacock. The more money WWE makes, the worse they get.
And Vince McMahon, he had his conference call meeting with his shareholders last week in WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut.
With Nick Khan, no relation to Tony Khan, by the way. And Vince said, listen to this. Vince said, quote, "We have not lost viewers during the pandemic," says Vince McMahon.
This is not how you speak as Vince McMahon, number one.
Well, during the pandemic, WWE has not lost much viewers during the coronavirus pandemic.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lies. Lies, Vince. Lies.
Nothing but lies, Mr. McMahon.
And the first quarterly earnings conference call, this first one of 2021, the first quarter of 2021 this April with Vince McMahon. What excuse will Vince come up with this time?
This was the fourth quarterly earnings of 2020 last week between Vince McMahon and his dumbasses in Stanford. The first quarterly earnings for 2021 will take place next April, just 3 weeks or 4 weeks after WrestleMania. I wonder what excuses will he come up with? What new lies will the old fuck come up with to cover up his own creative failures? Because he knows he's wrong, and he will never admit that.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. And NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. 5 matches with 2.5 hours of really good wrestling. And I mean really good wrestling. Then we turn the next day to last night's Monday Night Raw, and we get this. It's literally like night and day. Night and day. And how hard is it for Raw to watch what NXT does and apply it to Monday Night Raw? Do you know how much better Raw would be? Do you know how much better Monday Night Raw would be if that was that? If Raw took little pieces of NXT and applied it to Monday Night Raw, do you know how much better Monday Night Raw would fucking be? But Raw doesn't want to do that. It's like NXT. It's like they're the smart Chinese kid in class. He's a straight A student. He's on time in class. He does his work. He does his homework. He studies for tests and quizzes. He pays attention to class. He asks questions. He's taking notes. He's always prepared for class. He doesn't disrupt the teacher. He's respectful to the teacher. He hands in his homework on time. He hands in his schoolwork on time. That's NXT. But Monday Night Raw is like the dumb kid in class, just late to class, doesn't do his homework, doesn't do his work. He's spitting spitballs at the chalkboard. He's throwing paper airplanes in class. He disrupts the teacher. He talks while the teacher's talking. He's writing on his desk. He doesn't study. He doesn't pay attention in class. He's chewing on his pencil. And it's like he doesn't show up to class on time. He's always late to class. He's never prepared for class. He doesn't bring much utensils or if not any at all. He doesn't do his schoolwork. He doesn't do his homework. He fools around in class. That's Monday Night Raw. That's Monday Night Raw. And it's like Raw has one thing to do, and they refuse to fucking do it. All they have to do is watch what NXT does and watch what NXT did at TakeOver Vengeance Day and repeat what NXT does with all of that. Do it on Monday night and you have a good show. But Raw does not want to do that. It's like NXT, the Chinese. It's like NXT's like the China. It's like NXT's it's like with NXT being. It's like NXT's a Chinese kid in class, and it's like you're taking a quiz or a test in school, right? And the Chinese kid or NXT, they have all the right answers, and you're sitting behind the Chinese kid in class, and you're peeking over his shoulders, and the Chinese kid has all the right answers, and it's like you're trying to cheat off the Chinese kid's test. It's like, and then it's like the Chinese kid has all the right answers. It's like, what's the answer for it? C. Okay, 5 is A. What's number 6? D. Okay, and it's like, here you go, teach. I'm done. And it's like you beat the Chinese kid out. It's like NXT. It's like NXT is literally giving Raw the fucking cheat notes. All Raw, NXT is giving them the groundwork. All Raw has to do is cheat off of them, and it's legal cheating. Nobody's gonna point fingers at Raw. Nobody's gonna blame them. Nobody's gonna fail them. It's like, what the hell is going on over there on Monday Night Raw? How stupid can Raw fucking be? How stupid can Raw be?
The show is abysmal. So it's fucking abysmal. All you need to do is look at the ratings. All you need to do is look at the ratings, and that's all you need to know why the show is fucking atrocious.
NXT gets it right, but Raw fails to get it right. And SmackDown's no better, but Raw is just, oh my God. Raw is an absolute shambles. It's not even, Raw is an absolute fucking shambles right now. It's not even funny.
And you do realize,
and NXT Takeover, Vengeance Day, and Raw last night, it's like literally night and fucking day. It's night and day. Night and day.
And you do realize, what can I now say? Well, and you do realize that this is the go. And by the way, this was the go home show for Elimination Chamber for Monday Night Raw. You do realize that, or do you even realize that this was the go home show for Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Do you realize there's a Chamber pay-per-view on Sunday?
Yeah. Does anyone even realize that there's a pay-per-view on Sunday night? Better
yet, Adam, and better yet, you guys, are you even excited for the Elimination Chamber this Sunday? I'm not.
I'm sure nobody realized that there was a pay-per-view on Sunday until tonight.
I'm not excited for the Chamber at all. I'm not. I know you're not either. God-awful show last night. And a god-awful go-home show last night. I'd much rather be home than watch the go-home show. Or I'd much rather stay home than watch the go-home show. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. They made the chamber this year. They made the chamber this year really, really fucking bad. Unreal. And it's in the middle of Road's WrestleMania season. You'd think the ratings would be up too. And I didn't see the Raw ratings for last night either, but I'm sure they're down. I'm sure they're down. Or if they go up, they're going to still be below 2.0 million viewers for ratings. And it's in the middle of Road's WrestleMania. You think Raw would put their best, you think that Raw would put in a good effort, at least try and put their best foot forward and at least try and put on decent television. Are we getting any of that now on Monday nights? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just watch last night and that's all you need to know.
We will not, Monday Night Raw will not even do anything right, even if this was not the pandemic. Even this was the show that we were going to get, even if there was no pandemic.
Yeah. And Raw's only going to get worse. And Raw will continue to get worse and 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 worse. Raw will continue to get worse and worse and worse until Vince McMahon retires or passes away or steps down from his position and gives the keys to the kingdom to Triple H. Until Triple H takes over, this show is never going to get better. Nothing will change. Until Vince McMahon steps down and Triple H takes over, until that happens, nothing on Raw is going to fucking change.
It's only going to get worse.
Yep. And that's your Raw review from last night's Monday Night Raw on February the 15th of 2021. That's your Raw review. Follow me on Twitter, guys, at FioriNick579, and follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiori2014, and follow me on Facebook at Nicholas.Fiori.31. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. Make sure to follow Adam on Twitter as well at Carl Adam Johnson over on Twitter. Highly recommend following Adam on Twitter. It's really good stuff over there on Twitter. And hit that like button as well, guys. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you do that as well. Turn on that bell for all notifications so you guys are notified whenever I upload videos from the channel and onto YouTube. So subscribe to the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. Be sure to turn on that bell for all notifications as well, guys. And make sure to hit that like button also, guys. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm Nick Fiori. This is Adam. We're getting the hell out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the Raw review, last night's Raw, February 15th of 2021. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed this video here and had a good time with this video. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday so far and have a good rest of your Tuesday today. And see you next time right here on the channel for more good content right here on the channel. And I know I did my review here, pre-recorded my review for NXT Takeover Vengeance Day a couple nights ago, but that's going to be up on the channel soon, so expect that. And that is that. I'm Nick Fiori. This is Adam. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on the channel for more good content right here on the Furious Nation YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you guys later.